Hello, my friend. This is the part 2 of the lecture on firstborns. We looked into why so many firstborn have issues in the part 1. That lecture was not a hearsay or conjecture. It was backed up by detailed research, and the responses we got so far, especially from people who claimed to be firstborns, proved the research authentic and the broadcast very worthwhile. This part 2 delves deeper into the topic. Many people think that once you open the womb of your mothers, they are the firstborn. True, that is how it should be, but that is not what it is. Let us take a look at the types of firstborn in our society today. Number 1, the real firstborn. That is the womb opener. The natural firstborn. He is the first to open the womb. He is the first for the father and the mother. He got proper attention from both parents and is doing very well. He is always leading and taking care of his siblings. It does not really matter if he is a boy or a girl. They have been adequately raised to be sacrificial in all they do. And in those days, many of them will abandon their education and volunteer to work so as to take care of the younger ones. They naturally love their families and they live for them. If their siblings have children, they take care of them as their own. Some of these real firstborn ensure that they drag their siblings abroad if they go there. If that firstborn is a woman, you have her making sure that her husband will take care of her family. This firstborn monitors the siblings to ensure that they are fine. She makes sure that her siblings follow the same pattern as she does. The natural firstborn ensure that their parents are well catered for. They send money to them, even if the siblings do not do that. And whenever he or she does anything, they make sure that they do it in the name of the family. When a firstborn is like this, no one in the family there looks at him or her in the eye. When the parents die, the firstborn becomes the patriarch or the matriarch of the family. The second type of firstborn is the wealthy child. There are some families where no one knows any other person in the family except this very one because he is wealthy. If there is an invitation or a letter to the family, they will deliver it to this person. If the parents want to refer anyone needing help to anyone in the family, it goes to this very person. He might have 1 or 2 or 3 people ahead of him, but he is the first to be reckoned with. In his absence, the family meeting cannot hold. My friend, you can be the first by birth, but you are never placed or reckoned with by your parents or your siblings or men in your milieu. You may be the firstborn by natural order, but by worldly order, you may be unrecognized, you may be unplaced, you may be unrespected and of no value. If you are a Yoruba person, haven't you heard what people say? They will say, Owo lagba, Owo legbon. Please translate it to the person next to you. Suppose they don't understand this language. Haven't you heard our people say, Olowo nsoro? Ìwọ ló ní idea, ta ló ní idea wèrè? It means the rich man is talking, and you, the poor man, say you have an idea. You want to interject. Who are you? This is what our people say, and this is what the world has become. Though it's very sad, but this is the reality of this world today. People regard that very person as the firstborn in your family. May the Lord give you what it takes to be a leader in your family. Anywhere you are, and you don't have that leadership quality, you are unrecognized, you are unplaced. And what is leadership in the language of this current world? Money, wealth. You will not beg to eat, my friend. Parents, help your firstborn to wake up financially so that he does not become a liability to the younger ones. Number 3, the third type of firstborn is by inverted order. This is when the child or children before the person dies and he becomes the first child. Let me explain it this way. He could be the third child by birth, but those before him have passed on, and therefore he steps in to become the firstborn. He did not open the womb. The womb opener has gone, but he steps in because he is the first to be alive. Number 4, firstborn in polygamy. This is a curious firstborn. He could be the first for the mother, but the 7th to the father. The first for the father, or he could be the 3rd for the mother. It is a curious one. They don't really know where they belong, out of no fault of theirs. Ask them, are you the firstborn? Then story will begin. He will say, I am the seventh for my father, but I am the first for my mother. Some mothers have firstborn for this man, firstborn for that man, firstborn for another man again. Only you, the mother, you have firstborn for 3 people. Odiegu, firstborn by polygamy is a very curious one. Number 5, the 5th type of firstborn is by parent utterance. And listen to this. This firstborn is also a curious one. Let me exemplify this by what happened between Jacob and Esau in the Bible. When you have twins, people regard the first to come out as the elder. After all, he appeared first on earth, and the next one is the younger one. So Esau is the firstborn, and Jacob is the younger one. By natural order, the father was to bless the first, Esau, but the mother used chicanery to drag the blessings on the second. Today, Jacob has become the firstborn because of what the mother did. How many people remember Esau? Someone changed the order. The same thing goes for the children of Joseph, Ephraim and Manasseh. When it was time for Jacob to bless the children of Joseph, he crossed his hand this way to bless them. And Joseph wanted to stop him. He said, no, and then he placed the blessings of the first on the second. So many firstborn who are not doing well in life are like that. Your parents have taken your blessings to the younger one. In some homes, so many parents have no respect for the firstborn for reasons best known to them. Their eyes are on the second child. Their eyes are on the third child. They see them as the pride of the family. Why? Maybe because the first child is not brilliant enough for them. They call him all sorts of names. Oh, you are hopeless. You are useless. Good for nothing child. Look at your younger brother. He's doing better than you. You are a shameless boy. They have transferred the firstborn's blessings and expectations from you to the younger one. They have relegated you to nothingness. You are just the firstborn for nothing. Whether you exist or not, it does not matter to them. So many of you firstborn are suffering under this weight. May the Lord return you to where you belong. The 6th type is the first male child. This often happens to men or parents who have no regard for female children. Their eyes are on the males all the time. If they have 4 girls, they will never be satisfied until they have the male child. The Yoruba people call it arole. The Igbo will call it obi. I don't know what the Hausa people call it. Many of our fathers those days, and even some of them till now, will go for the second wife if the wife at home did not give them a male child, as if the responsibility of having a male child is with the woman. They will say that their name will perish if they don't have the male child. The girls matter nothing to them. Some parents reluctantly send their female children to school. To them, sending female children to school is like wastage of money because she will end up in another man's kitchen. But see what the Lord is doing in the lives of so many of the female gender. Today, so many male children, the so-called Obi, the so-called Arole, they are useless. They amount to nothing. Being a man is not a function of genitals. It's a function of responsibility surmounted. Not be pennies, then they take right book. Not be pennies, then they take fly plane. No, it is the training. It is the knowledge they have. I have been invited to so many secondary schools as guest speaker on graduation day. I have seen many girls beat boys to clinch the best student award in many subjects. Check the JAMB result, check the WAEC result, check the NECO result, and see how girls beat the boys for the best result. Another example, when we were having the 60th anniversary of my secondary school, Timiagbale Grammar School in Osun State, a young girl cleared about 9 awards of the 12 subjects. Only once did a boy win a prize. The girls cleared virtually all the awards there. So what is the cocoa about Arole? What is the cocoa about Obi? What we call children is training, not genitals. Parents who degrade their female children are doing so to their own peril. If you are a woman and your parents refuse to send you to school because you appeared here as a baby girl, the Lord will restore you to where you belong in that family. Another firstborn is the only child. He opens the mother's womb and closed it. Whatever the parents do to have another child, na lie. That child ends up being the only one. Sometimes it is not the making of these children. Some parents make them look so. They purposely have only one child and say no more. But don't these parents think it could be very lonely for a child like this in a world where blood is thicker than water? Do these parents think they have made the right decision by depriving this only child of another blood shoulder they could rely on? I don't really know. Number 8, there is also the hidden firstborn. This is the firstborn coming in a premarital relationship most of the time. The father was not ready, the mother not ready. When the child came, they had to hide him somewhere, hanging with the grandma somewhere or with an auntie somewhere. As the child grows up, he can't stay with the father. He can't stay with the mother. He has no access to his father or to his mother's house. And he can't claim any right in the father's house or in the mother's house. Yet, he is the firstborn. It's a very sad one. His mother is married now, but the child cannot live with her because the husband to the mother will not accept him. The father is also married now, but he cannot live in the father's house because the wife the man is married to will not accept the child. He is now a liability on the aunt or the grandmother. The day the grandmother dies or the day the aunt dies, wahala start. This firstborn does not know where he belongs. It's a miserable life for him. Only God can sort this hidden or this hanging firstborn out. He has no inheritance anywhere except when the father will just close his eye and say, look, I want to bring this boy to my family, or I want to bring this boy home. And then he does it by trying to reintegrate him with the family. This is why parents must train their children not to allow the mistakes of teenage or premarital pregnancy. Number 9, the wanderer firstborn, the vagabond firstborn. He is the type who has cast himself out from the family. Nobody recognizes him. When the family is holding a meeting, no one remembers him or recognizes him. Maybe someone will say, oh, we have a firstborn somewhere, but we don't even know where he is. Look, he's irrelevant now. Let's continue with our meeting. People don't remember him readily. He's just hanging somewhere. They don't know where he is. That's the wanderer, the vagabond firstborn. You are not a firstborn. You are of no consequence, of no responsibility to that family. Look, let me tell you one thing. If you call yourself a firstborn in the family and the meeting starts behind you, no one recognizes that you are the firstborn in the family and they say, look, our firstborn has not come, oh, you cannot hold this meeting. My brother, you are not the firstborn. I have done this lecture so that every one of us, especially you firstborn, you will know where you belong and how to be the true firstborn in your family. I hope you've gained something today. I wish you goodness in the mighty name of the Lord Jesus Christ. If you are the firstborn, go ahead and live as the firstborn in your family. And if you have a firstborn parent, please make sure that your firstborn occupies the right place in your family. So it will be. Bye.